Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhamad Ahlam Ismail bin Azman. My matric number is 1211653. We are from Group 1 and today we are going to present about the topic the effect of smoking among the teenager in context of behaviour. And we are all from KAA3 lectured by Dr. Mahazan. And here is my group member which consists of five. So let's proceed to the next slides. Okay, now we are in the introduction. In this introduction, we know that Al-Quran is the book of science, S-I-N-G, which is the guidance for humankind. And this is the first or the main source of us Muslim. We also know that this is the miracles of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the Quran, it mentioned in Surah An-Naml, verse 77, that Al-Quran is indeed the guidance for believer, for mu'minin. And actually, this topic, our topic, the effect of smoking among the teenager in context of behavior, we are going to relate it with the Quranic verse, which is from the Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 219. And from this topic, we also want to mention that actually smoking is indeed have direct and indirect effect for people, as mentioned from the Ministry of Health, that more than 60 to 75% of people are affected by smoke, which is non-smoker, and 50% of the smokers in Malaysia is actually a man. So that's for the introduction. Okay, now we are proceed to the data collection. In our study, we actually using the quantitative method, which is actually more suitable for our finding. And for our sampling technique, we use the convenient sampling technique, which we provide the questionnaire to the random people, either from inside our faculty or for outside faculty or anyone else. So that's our sampling technique. And for the data collection also, we refer these issues from the past article, actually from the online newspapers, such as from Berita Harian or Metro Harian Online. We find that these issues actually have happened a long time ago. For example, from BH Online, that's mentioned the effect of smoking is indeed have the effect for behavior in context of behavior, which it's give the negative impact to the student in the quality of studies. And it also mentioned in the Metro Online that these issues also affect the behavior for teenager, because smoking habits make them relieve the stress from their problem, from the family problems. So that's the several article from the past article that we can gather to relate the data collection of our studies. Now we proceed to the next slides.
My name is Luqman Hakim bin Muhammad and my metric number is 1211584. I will continue to the background of issue of smoking habit among teenagers in context of behavior. First of all, we look to the definition of cigarette. The fourth edition chamber dictionary defines cigarette as a tobacco product that has been processed and produced in the form of a cylinder, usually consisting of a mixture of dry tobacco and additional chemicals. It contains 600 ingredients that will active 7,000 chemicals every time a cigarette is burned, and 69 of those ingredients are carcinogens that are the cause of dangerous disease by Haris Ashraf 2021. Next, we look to the history of the invention of cigarettes. When Europeans, including the Spanish and Portuguese, arrived in America in the 16th century, they are said to have become familiar with tobacco. They brought back tobacco leaves and seeds, signifying the cultivation of tobacco by the Europeans. Over time, the practice of smoking appeared among the European nobility by Ahmad Sarwat LCMA 2019. We move to the involvement of many teenagers smoking cigarettes. Teenagers experience gradual changes as they transition from childhood to adulthood, which leads to a variety of desires to try many new things, including smoking. The use of cigarettes by teenagers is considered as attitude to experiment before the teenagers become a smoker when they grow up by Johnston O'Malley and Benjamin 2001. Next, we look to the fatwa on the prohibition of smoking. In the latest or current fatwa regarding smoking, as explained by Sheikh Hassanain Muhammad Makhluf, former Mufti of Al-Diyar Al-Misriyah in his book Fatawa Sharia wa Butuh Islamiyah, he discussed the ruling on smoking. He states this plant tobacco was originally unknown. When tobacco was introduced and used by humans for smoking, scholars from various Islamic schools of thought discussed it to determine the ruling based on the established principles. They said, indeed, the original ruling of something is that it is permissible. This ruling will not change from its original principle unless external factors arise that turn it into being prohibited or disliked. By Malaysia Gazette 2021.
Thank you to previous presenter. Next, I will present about profile background of smoking issue. Before I start, my name is Muhamad Fitri bin Muhamad and my metric number 1211666. Okay, let's go through to this profile background. In fact, teenage smoking habit were a serious issue in this country since then until now. According to Sufyan Hussein 2004, he said, from a socio-cultural aspect, society makes smoking behavior a way of life. This is, smoking is used as a measure of maturity status, maturity and willingness to shoulder responsibility among men in particular. This issue was regular among community, but it was dangerous and give bad effect for self and people around. Some individuals involved to this issue and can contribute for the solution. This individual is peers, parents, and government. Peers. Who is peers? Peers are closest person to the smokers. The influence of peers is very strong, but it depends on the day to bring good or bad influence to other person. With bad influence, there will be variety reasons of peers could be a smoker. According to Pasatya 2011 analyzed 93.8% to the emergence of smoking behavior, especially teenagers. She also stated more support from friends can encourage a person to become a smoker. The factors of peer involvement in smoking was emotional instability, academic pressure, or family problem. According Adnan Sharif, 1986, he said, stress does not only exist because it is affected by mental and emotional disorders, but stress also exists when people feel the instability of the soul or a soul that in a state of restlessness, complaints, fear, anxiety, and misgivings. As a effect of peer pressure, they may prefer cigarettes to cope with the stress or pressure they face every day. Peer influence on smokers needs a multifaceted or encompassing approach. teenagers can be helped to learn about the risks associated with smoking via prevention program that address the harmful effect of smoking on not only physical health but also social, psychological and economic aspects. Peer interaction that are encouraging and helpful may also decrease the pressure to smoke. And one thing, they need to choose the right friends who can to give a good influence each other. Next, individuals are parents. As we know, parents are a reflection of the identity of each child. If the mom is good, then a perfect identity is formed. Like a proverb said, like father, like son. It clearly describes how importance of parents' education for their child. According to Bahar 2002, this happened at least because of two things. First, because the child wants to be like his father, who is brave and mature when smoking. Second, because children are used to cigarette smoke at home. Children may have a higher tendency to become smokers. The solution for parents is increase parents' awareness of the negative impact of smoking, both in terms of physical health and the influence of children development. Support and counseling program for parents who want to quit smoking can also help break the smoking chain in the family and create a healthy environment for children development. Last but not least, one individual to contribute for this issue was government. The government contributes a lot to cigarettes to develop the tobacco industry in this country. This is very worrying because many of the teenagers are influenced by the advertisements shown on TV screens. According to statistics, 52.6% get information about cigarettes, especially electronic media. In addition, the failure of the authorities to stop the smuggling of cigarettes entering the country. For the solution for this issue, government needs to do is to strengthen the level of security to prevent contraband entering. With the government also needs to increase the high tax on cigarettes in order to reduce the number of buyers and block the advertisement with content about cigarettes before it spread and give a bad influence for teenagers. That's all from me. Thank you. And I would like to call next presenter to share about analysis of Quran verse. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Luqman Hakim bin Shafie and my metric number is 1211677. Okay, in this part I would like to talk about the analysis of Quran verse. We choose Surah Al-Baqarah verse 219 that related to our studies. Allah said in Surah Al-Baqarah, A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Yas'alunaka 'anil khamri wal maisir. Qul fihima ithmun kabir wa manafi'u lin-nasi wa ithmuhuma akbaru min naf'ihima wa yas'alunaka madza yunfiqun. Qulil 'afwa kadzalika yubayyinu Allahu lakumul ayati la'allakum tatafakkarun. Shadaqallahul 'azim. And from this verse we bring out 5 keywords that we think is suitable and related to our study. First of all, similarity in hukmi jurisprudence. Gambling and drinking according to Islam in Al-Quran said that in this ayah said that both of them is haram, forbidden to Muslim, to mu'min to do these activities. And it's same to the smoking, because these three activities can bring harm to our health, and it's also said that smoking is haram according to the some scholars, and other scholars said that is makruh, like that. And the second one lost, like I said just before, that these three activity is haram and forbidden according to Islam, according to Al-Quran. And some scholars said that smoking is not forbidden but is disliked, makruh, or not preferred. And the third one is comparison, we compare the manafi', the benefit and the cons, the weakness, that the harm that smoking can bring to us. Smoking is can bring us significant impact on person health and quality life, because it can bring more harm to our body than benefit to us. Like other people say, some people say that smoking can less their stress, but to be true is not. Because it will become more stress and more addict to the smoking, and we like to use our money to buy cigarette every day. And we go to the next one is infaq. The money that we use to buy cigarette every day, we can save it and use it to pay zakat or sedekah and charity. It will become more benefit to us in dunia, in work, and for the akhirat, for our akhirah. And the last one thing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give to us divine gift, which is thinking, because he give us to think about his creation to get closer to him. And that's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Nazrul bin Shahrul Zaman, and my metric number is 1211636. I will continue to the part of conclusion. In conclusion, our study of how smoking affects teenage behavior has eliminated a number of aspects related to this urgent problem. Our understanding of the complexities surrounding adolescent smoking has been enhanced by the examination of subtopics such as the definition of cigarettes, the history of cigarette invention, the fatwa on smoking prohibition, the involvement of teenagers in smoking, and the role of participants like parents, peers, and the government. Our research results show that teen smoking is a complex issue with a range of historical, cultural, and social factors at play. The history of its invention has influenced public opinion, and the definition of cigarettes has changed over time. The existence of fatwas that forbid smoking draws attention to the point where religious and health viewpoints collide, adding another level of complication. Teenagers who actively participate in smoking should be concerned, and our research emphasizes how critical it is to address this issue in its entirety. Peers have a big impact on how smoking behavior, which highlights the importance of focused interventions in social circles. In order to steer their kids away from tobacco use, parents, who are major role model, need to be well informed and have access to tools. In addition, preventing the growing trend of adolescent smoking requires the government to play a critical role in putting effective legislation and awareness programs into place. Our quantitative approach, utilizing a questionnaire, has provided valuable quantitative data, allowing a more nuanced understanding of the prevalence and patterns of teenage smoking. The incorporation of article has enriched our study by providing historical context and insights from existing literature. Finally, combating teen smoking necessitates a complex approach that includes policy actions, community involvement, and education. In addition to teens, efforts should be focused on the people in their immediate social circle, such as parents and peers. By taking a thorough approach to the problem, we can lessen the negative impacts of smoking on adolescent behavior and work towards a healthier future for future generations. That's all from me.